Today, I'm gonna go big. Bigger than anything I've ever built before in my world. There's gonna be brand new farms, lots and lots of netherite, and I'm not just gonna build a simple new structure. No, I'm gonna build an entire planet. And if you enjoy my videos, don't forget to subscribe. It's not chapel hunting time, but I won't be searching the pyramids anymore. Instead, I'll be scouting out for ancient cities. This looks like a good place to find one, so I'm gonna head on down. No deep dark, but I have found diamonds, so not really any success in this one. I shall try this mountainous area instead, and just dig my way down to the bottom. Doesn't seem to be anything down here either. Find the deep dark is being so bad for me, I think I might not be in new 1.19 chunks. 10 out of 10 portal, by the way, so I shall do some serious flying. Little bastion raid on the way, with loads of ancient debris. And I might as well build the portal right here. Tell you what, it's not the biggest one in the world, but it classes as a stony peaks, this. Usually you do get a deep dark below those stony peaks. It's all dead end, so I'm just going to dig down and hope for the best. Okay, and it's looking good. I was about to say it's not looking too good, but is that... Oh, it's an ancient city as well. We've not only found deep dark, we've now found ancient city. Yeah, I just need to go to new chunks. Now, let's get this place searched. So, I will ultimately just break the chest, but... I don't have any notch apples yet, so I won't pick any up, if you know what I mean. I need a starting one so that they'll all stack into it. Also, a nice little place to get some diamonds. I'm trying not to activate wardens if I can. Like, the longer I can not have one, the better. Which is why I've covered those shriekers in what... Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay, well, we've activated the first one. Not to worry. Still got a few more activations before one would spawn. Oh, and there's Shrieker number 2 activated. And I've now searched 5 chests. Okay, it's not going to be long till these wardens spawn. I'm just going to break a few. I think the very next one, we're gonna have it. And I'm still not having much joy. I'm not in any way scared of the warden, you know, since I've defeated it twice. But I want to avoid spawning because the darkness effect makes it really annoying to explore these places. If I want to open this chest, it pretty much guarantees I'm going to spawn a warden. So I'm gonna act as fast as I can. Alrighty. Job done. Do that. Anything in here? Nope, nothing there. There he is. I think this warden's close enough where I can mine this and not have any trouble. I was wrong. There's another warden climbing up. I love the fact as well that if you start sprint jumping then crouch midair, you can go really, really fast. Like, look, this is me. If I start crouching and I jump, this is my speed. But if I sprint jump and then crouch midair, this is the speed that I go. It's starting to feel like there can't be much of this place left to search. And not much joy. Although there's a chest or two over here I've missed. And I've searched at least 10 chests. Which is roughly the average that you need to search to find a notch apple. Well, there we go. We've done it. Mission accomplished. What am I getting rid of? There's literally a warden here. Sorry, I just took a notch apple. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. But I used so many notch apples in the last episode that if you think that I'm coming home with just one, then you are very much mistaken. Still 1 or 2 chests knocking about. I'm struggling to spot any more now. So I shall fly on up, grab diamonds on the way, and see if I can track down yet another of the ancient cities. And that is once again mission accomplished. Let's start searching chests. And this chest had a notch apple in it as well. That's 2 I've now found on this journey. That's a 3rd one in there as well. Perfect. I just saw it for a blink of a second. Basically, 1.19 just made Minecraft easier. Yeah, they added the warden, but he's really no threat. And I'm now able to get notch apples way, way faster. I think I'm not far off finding most of the chests here. Doesn't seem to be as many as there was in the last of the ancient cities. And you know what? With 3 notch apples, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going back home. Question is, can I fly home before my elytra break? I'm doubtful, but you never know. And there we go. The elytra broke and I fell out of the sky into lava. But look at these XP bottles that I found. Oh, they're going to be very, very useful indeed. I didn't realise I had them, but I got them from the agency. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. We are back in business. Here we are. Home sweet home. Let's first do a bit of repair work here. And then these 3 can get added onto here. I've almost got the entire board back. As you can see, this side is completely filled. And this side's getting close. I also located another other side disc, which can go in there. Ancient debris to be smelted. Removal of the frog lights from this beacon. I lost them last time. And for my next project, I'm going to grab a bunch of blackstone. Then I can begin building the tunnel that's going to go all the way to the nether perimeter. This is going to take quite a bit of digging. And it seems that making this tunnel won't be quite as plain sailing as the other ones have been, because part of the Guardian Farm is sadly in the way. But hey, do you know what we do with things that are in the way? We destroy them. And so that is yet another way that the Guardian Farm is now broken. Good job I built a new and improved one since. I did not expect this tunnel to be so long. It's a lot further than I realised. It's absolutely massive. But thankfully it has opened up now, so I don't have to keep digging it. Instead I can just place the platform. And I reckon having it this far is probably enough. We're at the perimeter at this point. It's just one big long straight. And there's still lots of slabs to be placed down on it. Although I have actually run out of it. Hopefully I can get some more from the bartering farm. By the looks of things, I can indeed. And now I can get back to work. And that is mission accomplished. And if I want to do the walls and the roof and all that stuff, I'm going to need way more materials than what we've got in these shulker boxes. But thankfully I do have a basalt generator, so I'm pretty sure Yeah, I can just go like this. And my pickaxe is now almost broken. I should probably stop mining that. Got quite a lot here to top up the shulker boxes. And now I'm going to grab a quick bit of XP to repair my pickaxe. And my Silk Touch pickaxe did actually break when I was mining that massive long tunnel. So I think it'll probably be a good idea for me to grab the materials to make a new one. That's the pickaxe successfully made. Sad to have to use up another netherite ingot, but I've got no choice. I'd also like to grab plenty of shulker boxes that can also be filled with basalt. And warped water is another item that I'm going to need lots and lots of. Thankfully, it's fairly straightforward to get from this farm. And now I'm going to get this machine loaded up with TNT and also bone meal. Now to set the machine going. And I don't know why, but the machine just did not work. I'm guessing the issue was the position as redstone maybe shouldn't have been here. Instead, it should be like... Oh, what on earth's going on? But yeah, instead, it should be next to the piston. I'm fairly confident I've fixed it. Let's flick the lever and see what happens. So TNT gets spawned. It gets dropped down. Okay, I don't know why the bottom one's not doing anything. Should be a bit of sand where I'm stood. I wonder if an Enderman's done something with it. Not to worry, I can grab a new bit from the river. And now they are both dispensing TNT. And warp blocks are coming on through. Although there is one last little tweak I need to make. I forgot to put these walls back, which are very important for alignment. There we go, mission accomplished. And we'll have to leave that to it. I'm going to grab as much basalt as I can. And I now have loads of basalt. I did accidentally break my pickaxe, so I've just gone and got a new one. Another netherite ingot down the drain. But there is plenty of basalt to go at here. And now the next question is, how are things getting on at spawn? I'm guessing this machine by now has probably run out of TNT. And there is a decent amount of warped wart. In fact, I don't even have enough shulker boxes for it all. I just crafted another one. Now I should be sorted. And now I'm going to do a load of building for this corridor. Well, that took a lot longer to build than I expected, and I did unfortunately run out of blackstone partway through. So I'm going to chill for a little bit at the gold farm, and then any gold that comes through, I will barter by sending it down to those piglins. And apparently there's loads of ingots in here as well, which is good, because those guys over there love their gold. Spent a lot of time bartering, a lot of time getting gold. Got quite a bit of spare gold that can go in here. In fact, I'll throw all of that. Okay, well, why has that got stuck? That's what I want to know. I think I did it too quick, didn't I? But I'll just go and shut that there. These guys are going to keep bartering. There can't be much left. And that is plenty of blackstone to go at. Especially when you consider that these chests have got some in as well. With all this blackstone, I can make stairs and add them all the way along the top. Then I can also create slabs and place them down on the sides. And that's complete. Which means the only thing this tunnel is missing is a load of chains with lanterns underneath. And that is Operation Create a Ridiculously Long Tunnel complete. It's without a doubt the longest one that I have made to date, but it nicely gets me to the perimeter, which is just what I wanted. Next, I'm going to fly up here to repair my pickaxe, and next I'd like a way to farm one of the new items that came in 1.19. In my opinion, it's one of the most useful items that was added, and that is something that can farm the skulk sensors. And for completeness, I am going to make the new compass, which was added in 1.19, which is kind of useless in hardcore. It's called a recovery compass, and as you can see, it's just kind of moving around. Like, it just keeps changing direction because it points to where you last died, and if you haven't died, then it's not going to point anywhere, is it? So I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. Chuck it in lava, because really it's nothing but a waste of time. And if there's one thing I don't have time for, it's wasting time. And that is every single item that I need in these two shulker boxes. And I will also need some ender pearls to spawn an endermite. This design is going to use enderman and skulk catalysts to generate the skulk sensors. So that means it's going to be built in the end. Now I do already have this Enderman Farm, which is very, very low down. But I feel like if I build one here, it might be too close to that or too close to the island. So I'm going to put this farm on this side by placing some lava first, then water right next to it. And that allows me to easily place a block right at the bottom of the world. And oh no, I'm falling into the void. Thank goodness for Elytra, otherwise that would be very, very stressful. And look at the speed that I can build a bridge with the Swift Sneak. It's fantastic. That's the bridge complete. Although having said that, we're still not quite far away enough to stop Enderman spawning. So I better go home to get more leaves. An extra couple of stacks will do nicely. And so now I can extend that bridge even further. And once I've built a bit of a platform, shulker boxes can safely be placed. And I can begin building this. This design is by Ray's and it's very cool. I've linked his video in the description. This is the bottom of the farm where there's going to be redstone that makes everything work. And I've just realized I forgot to get one of the most important items, glass. I didn't bring any glass. Although the reason I didn't bring any glass is because I have completely run out. And so that means the best thing I can do is head to this portal, which takes me to the desert, which is where I can grab some sand. All of this should be enough to put into this smelter. And I've just opened this chest and realized I have a lot more glass than I thought. Well, I suppose you can never have too much, but I shall grab a few stacks. And people keep telling me to fix the stairs in the super smelter. I see what you mean. Look, it's just not symmetrical at all. This right here should be broken. Then a staircase like that with that back there. There we go. That's how it should look now. Now it's symmetrical. And now I can get back to the project in hand. Collection system is starting to form, and you're actually going to be stood on top of these campfires. And then this honey block underneath you will move you. You can see there's a honey block just under there. Hopper minecarts will be on here, which you need to get. And I could also do with some water buckets. It'll be a bit annoying flying away because that will fill up with Enderman for that platform. But nipping home to grab the items is definitely the easiest option. In the end, no Enderman did spawn. I guess it's because most of the spawning well, there's not many spawning spaces. So let's waterlog these stairs and also build the same thing on this side with more waterlogged stairs. And finally add in the hopper minecarts. And the collection system really is now fully complete. So both of these right here are stone generators on either side, which is what will, well, the stone will be turned into sculk blocks, which is what will cause things like sculk sensors to spawn because of the sculk catalyst, which will be right here. The bits of lava which go right here are also what's going to destroy the ender pearls, and there's going to be dripstone in the middle, which is what the enderman will land on, take even more damage. And now to build the drop chute that the endermen are going to fall down. And now that I'm up here, I'll build the big platform that the enderman will spawn on, and with that completed, I can now build the bit where the endermite's going to be that attracts the enderman. I'm doing double carpets so the enderman can't teleport up here. And now to attempt to do the thing that is never fun and try and spawn an endermite. There we go, we got one. Okay, please don't die from it. That's it, stay there. Next, get you into a minecart. Come on, don't be like this. Oh my god, wait, I'm gonna die to an endermite. Imagine. I didn't want to have my thorns armor on, but then it's just absolutely shredded me health. Imagine that. Imagine SB737 loses his hardcore world because of an endermite. I don't think a single person would have expected that one. Will you just get into the stupid minecart now? Thank you. I'm hoping the endermen are angry at you. And not me. Oh, I forgot to name tag you. Hold on. And I think I can only name tag you when you're not in there. Not to worry, I will make this work. I always keep spare name tags in my ender chest, as well as anvils. You just never know when they're going to be needed. I was about to name tag it, but then it just disappeared right before my very eyes. I'm not sure why it did that, but I guess I'll just have to try and spawn another one now. And this time, remember to name tag it. Oh my goodness, did you just see what happened? Alrighty, yeah, I was trying to push it along and it was hitting me, and yeah, that was not going well. At least on the positive side of things, the endermite did seem to move across on that final hit down. If I break that, it will be safe up there. But the enderman, well, not so much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is farm complete. This lever just needs to be switched on, and I believe this one down here as well. Next, I'll just need a silk touch hoe, but I've only got a fortune one, and so that is what I shall create. And I'll make it netherite, because you know what, why not? And there is also going to be a super cool extra use for this farm, which I didn't initially intend. Before, I was gathering up loads of nether quartz ore so I'd have XP to repair my elytra and all that kind of thing when I'm on the go. Don't need it anymore. I can put it in here to be used, well, whenever I actually need quartz. Instead, I can take this shulker box, and then it can be filled with sculk blocks, which drop XP and are much easier to get, because look, this farm will generate them. It basically generates them as fast as the stone generates. And so the plan is to grab enough of these to fill up this shulker box here. Although there is a slight issue with my design that it is very hard to, well, impossible basically to get to all those chests along there. So I reckon it's a good idea for me to grab some trap doors, and then these can be placed down here like so, and I should be able to, okay, well, actually I can stand under this bit. I don't know if I really want that. I want to actually be like this underneath them, don't I? I've got the system, okay? That one right there I don't want there because it's going to keep opening and stuff, but we go like this because I can't build any lower. This is the best I could do. Certainly a very different kind of platform, but it does allow me to get to these very easily. So I'm just going to accept that it's a good idea. Anyway, let's get busy getting as much of these sculk blocks as we can, and then worrying about portal XP will be a thing of the past. Well, my hoe is almost broken, but I've got a lot of sculk blocks from that. Let's just nip on down here. Use my little trapdoor to look at. Oh, okay, now we're stuck. And just look at that. Loads of sculk blocks. Definitely enough to fill. Okay, I've got to do this smart. I don't want the shulker blocks to fall in the void. But look at that. Yeah, more than enough to fill up this. And I now have the issue of my hoe almost being broken. But if I just go into an ender chest, which can go right there, take out the fortune hoe, then I can mine up all of the sculk blocks and get XP from it, which nicely repairs up the hoe. Well, it's not the fastest thing in the world, so I reckon it's just gonna be quicker for me to take out enderman, since this is yeah, this is definitely the faster of the XP farms. And that is everything successfully repaired. And next I'd like to use this farm for its other purpose of actually getting the sculk sensors. I don't think I'll get as many of these as I got sculk blocks, but I'll still get a decent amount. I think that is enough time spent here. I'll turn off the machine and can grab all of the sculk sensors. And all of these will be perfect for any future projects. And since I suspect sculk sensors are going to be a pretty big part of Minecraft redstone, an item I use a lot, I'm going to give them their own chest in the auto sorter, which can be done by adding them to there. And I think I'll put extra things like sculk catalyst and sculk blocks. You know what? Sculk blocks maybe deserve their own one as well. I have to make this whole storage place bigger. I've not got enough chests for the items that I can get. And whilst I'm adding items to chests, I think grabbing these redstone blocks and giving them their own dedicated chest is a good idea, because I always have redstone blocks and never know what to do with them. I end up always manually putting them in the redstone chest. So this just means it'll go automatic through the auto sorter. It'll work much, much better. And I have just 2 slots left that I can fill. And now I can begin the next of my projects, which will be to build an entire planet. Yeah, we've got a few big cool things around here, but a planet is not one of them. I haven't fully decided on the location for it just yet, but I do know to get the first base of it in place, it's going to require a lot of blue concrete. 5 shulker boxes worth, ideally. And at the moment, I haven't even got one. So that means it is Operation Get a Load of Sand. Only need about 50 stacks of it, so it probably won't take me that long. And right now, I'm just scouring the land, searching for a desert. I've got the option to mine up a little bit of sand from a beach, and that'll get me enough to at least craft some TNT and not make a massive mess of the area. Operation Find a Desert has been successful. Even if it is a bit of a small one, there is a lot of sand here. And so now I shall place TNT and light it. A lot of blowing up has been done successfully, allowing me to grab lots and lots of sand. And I've successfully filled up all of the 3 shulker boxes, plus a bit to spare as well. So let's head on home. Just found this random portal in the middle of the ocean, which is good because it'll save me some time in flying home. Thankfully, cornflowers are not something I am short of, so I can get on with the crafting. I've got a shulker box of sand to spare and loads of concrete powder. Although I've said that I've only got 5 worth in total, and I probably need 6 really. Let's grab all of this and also some of this to craft a few extra bits. And now we take all of this powder, stick it into this machine. It's evenly been divided into these 3 chests. Then I can start the machine and keep placing down loads of concrete, which is going to get converted. And that's all the powder used up. I've not got any more coming along to me, which is good news. So I'll gather up the shulker boxes, jump on down and start collecting up all of the concrete. They are now all filled, which means I just need to grab some scaffolding. Probably not enough there, although it looks like this other shulker box has more than enough. And I can begin the big planet project. I'm thinking somewhere up here could be quite good. One of my main requirements is it's just not in a biome where it can snow, because otherwise it'll get covered in snow, it'll get ruined. I know I could just put string on it, but you know what, I'm here now anyway. I'm happy with this position. I've had a bit of a change of heart and decided to instead build it here, because if I build it, I don't know, over there, I think it's just going to be too far away for me to see from my house and stuff like that. There's no point building something cool like a planet in the sky if you can't see it. Now let's grab some concrete, and this is the layer that I'm going to build the base of this planet. The reason I'm doing blue concrete is because that's going to be like the oceans, and I can build the land on top of that. I think doing it this way just makes a lot more sense, rather than doing it with a load of temporary blocks like dirt and then having to place blocks all over it above that. I think it would just be too much effort. So I think the way that I'm doing it right now is the most efficient. Building a big sphere isn't the easiest thing in the world. You just kind of have to do it ring by ring and then fill it in, as you can see. Because once you get the outside right, filling in the inside is pretty easy. This part that I'm doing now probably isn't the most interesting, but I'm going to bring it up layer by layer, which I reckon will make a great time lapse. And there we have it. This planet has got its first bit built. It's currently just a massive sphere in the sky, and at some point it'll be given lots of decoration. It's also now much darker down here with a planet above you. Looks pretty ominous up there, doesn't it? And all of this scaffolding can go back into the ender chest. And at the moment, my only way to get mangrove wood was to plant down loads of trees here and then mine the wood manually, and you just end up with these spider legs everywhere. They look a little bit strange. And so I now plan to make a mangrove tree farm. But before I do that mangrove tree farm, I feel like I should fix this bamboo farm. You see, being the ingenious person I am, I accidentally didn't build this bit in the center. In fact, let me make it even more clear. I didn't actually build anything in the center. As you can see, it's just completely lopsided. And you know what? The farm's completely full of bamboo. If I press this button... I was about to say it works, but it doesn't. Don't know when or how this happened, but a piston is missing. So I'll get that fixed. And watch it harvest all of the bamboo. This is making the game very, very laggy. From there, I can start filling up these shulker boxes. And these N2 would have to be collected up manually. Although I wonder if there's a redstone system where I can change that. Although to make it so it automatically does extend those other two, I'm going to need a few more items. All of this should do the trick. Now, I reduced the size of this fly machine so it's about that big, and then we're going to change... Well, actually, we're going to put it... I feel so claustrophobic with all this bamboo around. But this can be mined up, and then glass can go on there. The machines decide to set itself off. Great. The glass actually needs to go on this one. I need to get this right. Followed by a slime, a bit of observer. That's not observer, that's obsidian. A bit of obsidian, and a piston going into that. There's also an observer right there, and then a piston facing into it. So yeah, I'm basically just recreating what's over there, but on a slightly smaller scale, because we're just doing it in the corner. And then over on this side, I'm going to have to create the mechanism that will make that go back in the other direction. I'm pretty sure that's all there is to it, and it will work perfectly. But that's never a guarantee. We'll just have to test it. Firstly, I'll change this glass to be like this. And there won't be a manual trigger here. Well, I'll trigger it manually this time. It's going to go ahead, but that's because I'm breaking the block. But normally, we'll have something like that. And basically, yeah, whenever something grows past those observers, it'll send off both machines. The real question is, will it come back or will it get stuck? So it gets to the end and yeah, just gets sent back. Perfect. So the machine will work perfectly. Yeah, it's a little bit scuffed compared to what it could be. It doesn't look symmetrical, but doing that was way quicker than rebuilding the entire thing. Because now if I just want to send the entire machine off in one go, I do that and look at that. It's all working perfectly. Another successful mission has been accomplished. In fact, I just might put some glass on top of here to stop bamboo getting stuck. And my goodness, we just filled this double chest right back up. I emptied it for the bamboo, but I've not brought enough shulker boxes. I think I'll just let that fill up, and I'm going to gather up all 5 of these. That is more than enough for the scaffolding that I will need. Could use it for fuel, but I have that much blaze rods that I probably don't need to bother with that. And I wasn't sure if I already had a bamboo chest. The answer is yes. And look at that, we can just start stacking up the shulker boxes. I'm so pleased with that I'll fill up 4 more. And now to collect up all the different resources for this mangrove tree farm. All items successfully obtained, except for one singular item, which won't be too hard to get. Vines, but I'm glad to say that the mangrove trees grow them, so yeah, I can just grab them very easily. And I've got what I think is going to be enough, yeah, 15. And there's loads of vines on that one that I could have grabbed. I never thought about that. But with all these items, I can now get to work. It's usually best to start with a storage system, and this farm is no different. There were loads of propagules in this chest for me to place if it needs it, and the farm can run without them. And all the other items will get collected into these ones, like the logs, that kind of thing. And look, and even a chest might get collected into the chest. Water here will also be needed. I'm tempted to waterlock it, but to be honest, soon there'll be stuff above it anyway. Also, this is yet another design by Ray's Works. He really does make some good farms. Right here, I have created a nice little hopper clock, which if I flick this lever, it will now be going back and forth, activating these, which will activate pistons in due time, but at the moment they don't. And the reason that they don't is because I haven't yet placed them down. And that's more or less all the redstone done, so I can build the platform that's going to be above, which is going to be absorbing all of the blasts from TNT that will rain from the sky. And that is this platform now done. There's going to be a bit of mud right here, which is what the propagules will grow the mangrove trees on. And now to build the system that will keep hold of the water and stop it from flowing everywhere. We don't want it going down here or anything like that. But it will also push everything down to the center so that it could be heading through. I think it'll, yeah, basically all go down there. That won't be ice forever. And all the items will end up in that chest at the bottom. In theory, when I place this, it should flow everywhere. Yeah, look at that. It flows all around. To stop it from freezing, we waterlog it. And I think I've got the water working as intended, which means I can add more scaffolding up here. And up here is where all the redstone's going to go, where the TNT will be dispensed. We better just waterlog these to be safe. There's another one right there. Basically, the TNT is going to be put into here, into this water, and pushed down, and it'll go down there to blow up the tree. There's going to be quite a bit of delay to the redstone along here. And this is more or less mission accomplished. Right here, I'll put the TNT in. You can see there's another dispenser above it as well. Same thing on this side, just a bit of, well, yeah, just like, no, I don't want it that way around. Actually, now thinking about it, not sure it matters, but yeah, it's all set up nicely, which means I just need to get some TNT and test this out. I really like the design of the farm because it doesn't use TNT duping, which I try to avoid in farms. That does unfortunately mean I'm going to need loads more sand to make the TNT, and that means grabbing gunpowder and the small scraps of TNT I have available, plus a few shulker boxes, before I actually go out to find a desert to get some sand. It could be a bit of a long journey. My Electra is starting to get broken, and, I want my shovel up to full durability, so let's just go here for a little bit to top everything up. Managed to get a few of my levels back from that as well. And I'm not even going to go home from that. I'm just going to now search for a desert. This should be far enough away. Although it's brought me to a cave, so I'm going to dig my way out. And it's worked out nicely. The portal is actually not that far from a desert. I mean, it's not the best desert in the world. A little bit small if you ask me. And that one's the same. But this one over here, yeah, well, this is more than big enough. I've set up my camp right here. And let's get busy collecting up the sand. Whilst TNT and stuff, I found a random mob spawner. Let's get rid of that. Nothing. Oh my goodness! I take it all back. What are the chances? I literally blew this up. The sand fell, as you can see. We can't even see this recently. The sand fell down, and I found a notch up. You know what? luckiest Minecraft player ever. Now to get back to my humble job of collecting sand. I think I've got enough TNT and enough sand for now, as you can see. Yeah, loads, nearly 3 sugar boxes worth. In fact, 3 sugar boxes worth plus that TNT. So I'll gather everything up, make a new portal, and fly back home. Now I can add this to the wall, almost completely fill it back up. The sand can go in here, and I'm going to need a load of bones for bone meal. And all of that is going to be put in this chest right here, so I can begin crafting it by grabbing a load, doing this, and then adding it in. And my TNT is going to be going into all this. I suppose, should it equally go into them both? I'm just trying to work this out. We've got 14 in there. Okay, none in there. I suppose if I completely filled the double chest with TNT, it would evenly distribute, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll have 3 stacks in each, and also 3 stacks in these two. And that makes me very hopeful that the machine will now work. I think if I flick this lever, it should probably just work. I don't think I actually need... If I could reach that lever, I'd press it. Is this what it's like to be a small person? As I was saying, I'm going to flick the lever, and I'm pretty sure it should work anyway, because I think propagules should... Did they grow automatically? Or maybe No, I think I need to plant them. So uno momento as I go to get some propagules. Got 17 here. Hopefully that's enough for now. So I activate the machine, stand down here, and hold down right click so that when this trapdoor opens, you will see that I will place a propagule. Okay? Okay, well, that didn't work. I must not be quite aiming in the right place. Maybe more like there. I need to. I think that's good. Let's go just slightly across. There we go. That's the spot. There we go. We grew one. It worked. Okay. Just got to be in the exact right bit. I've just set another one growing because I kind of want to show you what happens. So yeah, you can see it gets bone mealed. The TNT blows up. Like a few of them drop, as you can see. 4 of them from different heights. Basically blows up almost everything, and then the stuff flows downwards. Although I'm worried it's getting stuck in a hopper minecart at the moment, so it's not all coming through here. But anyway, that's not a massive issue. That will work itself out if it is a problem. But I'm just going to stand here and keep planting all my propagules, and that will let me collect up lots of wood. And I have now run out, so I'll get it switched off. A decent haulage of items. I suppose now to go with the mangrove tree farmer, I need a propagule farm. It's just one thing after another, isn't it? Thankfully, this one is very, very quick and much, much simpler to build. So I'll quickly grab all those materials. As I said, there wasn't much. It's a pretty small machine. I've got it all there. One little extra item I do need is one of these leaf blocks. And I shall build this machine right here. The storage system is as basic as it gets. Now to add the dispensers, which will bring out the bone meal. That's the configuration so far of observers. Then I just need a mangrove leaf in the middle. Door goes here. Rails on top of the observers. Needs to be a block there. I've got no other blocks really than crafting tables, so that'll have to do. Now to create the on-off system, which if I just put that there, yeah, the machine is working. This lever on the end will turn it off and on, as you can see. And now to fill all 5 of these dispensers with bone meal. That's all of them filled. I've actually still got quite a bit of bone meal left, but for now, that can just be chucked in there. This crafting table can be done like that, and if I just can reach the lever, it's a little bit high up, but basically, propagules are being created because the leaf is getting bone mealed. They're getting broken so fast, and look how fast they go into the chest. As you can see, this bone meal is not going to last long. It's going to last like a few minutes. But let's just wait for this to get me all the propagules. You know what? I can just take like a stack of it. Wait, just wait for another stack to come. It is so fast indeed. Like, I wonder if it's filling up anything else faster. No, I guess it's as fast as it's going. So I'm going to go over here now, turn on this machine, and get busy collecting mangrove wood. And I think that's enough time spent here for now. I can just put these back into there. And look at all that mangrove wood. There's loads of it. And not to mention the healthy amount of propagules that I've got. I think I might even just top up some of these dispensers to get even more. And all these can be picked up and put into this chest for the stocks. If I want to use the farm again, I'm just going to take the mangrove logs. I'm going to leave the roots. I don't really want them. But that's another farm nicely done. I never seem to make tree farms with TNT, but I probably should. They're a bit better, aren't they? Although I do like this manual one with the axe as well. So that's where my iron went. But yeah, I do like this one as well. It's also a very cool farm. It's a bit different in it. And I reckon mangrove logs deserve their own chest as well. All that means is I take that out, put that in, and they filter on through. Now, the job of finishing the planet is, of course, still looming. But now that I am once again so close to finishing this wall and kind of being back to where I was with notch apples, I want to go and find Ancient City. Yeah, I want to try and track down another Ancient City. Although, just before that, I should probably add that in. As you can see, we've got it there. We've got it there. Not got it on that one, of course, but yeah, that one would definitely look a lot better if I added in the polished blackstone and stuff like that. And also, somebody pointed this out to me on Twitter. I completely forgot to add trapdoors onto those. Look, on those ones I've got it up there. Those ones, for some reason, I'm an idiot. Only got 2 trapdoors left as well, so I'm going to nip over to the warped forest. Or even better, I'm going to nip to spawn and grab some of the warped roots, which will be in here. Well, you can see we've got loads. Let's grab them all. Let's just take all 79,000. Oh, there's loads of them. This This is like a dream come true. Because I needed so much warped water that the logs were just a byproduct. And with those, plenty more trapdoors could be crafted and added in front of the lights. I'm not quite sure how or why I forgot those before. Next, we remove some netherrack, put in polished basalt with a sea lantern in the middle. This time I'm going to add it straight away so I don't forget. Then on either side and upside down, we go like that. We put all of those along there with some slabs at the bottom, but I'm going to need to dig down a little bit. Then I can add the slabs along the bottom. And this side, you would say, is now fully complete. It's as complete as it's ever going to be. And I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The good thing is this is going to be the quickest and easiest one to do because spawn is not that far away at all. And whilst I've got all this, before I head off in search of an ancient city, let's get all of these put into the chest. And I think it might just be smart before I go to repair the elytra. It might not be a big issue. Sometimes it's better safe than sorry. There we go, that did not take long at all. And since it was so high up, I can now glide really, really far. There's really no one that makes portals that look as good as me, is there? They're always very, very wonky. And now Operation Find a Deep Dark begins. This cave looks very, very cool, but the chances of a deep dark being down here are pretty unlikely. But hey, not impossible. Okay, well, let's be careful. I was about to say it's not impossible as I jump in lava, but hey, we found some diamonds. I might as well mine them and get out of the lava whilst I'm at it. And if I keep seeing them, I'll keep mining them. But I've probably explored this cave a lot. It looks too tempting just to check it out. Look at this. It's beautiful. And at least 3 diamonds to grab. Might as well. Once I've got these, and also these, I will definitely dig my way out. Mission get out has been successful. Now to track down some sort of mountainous biome. This looks like the kind of place I want. So I'm going to dig on down. Okay, I found... Whoa, I was about to say I found deep dark. Oh, of course I land on one of them. That's just what I didn't want to do. Now, you'd think that I've made a mistake in not bringing any wool. However, if I grab these shears, I can mine up wool from this place, which is just as good. Because you can get a lot of it very, very fast. And now to try and collect chests without setting off shriekers, which is always easier said than done. Alright, that one's been set off, so we'll just ignore him now. Already managed to set 2 off. I can set 1 more off and then I'm in trouble. Well, 1 more off and then the one after that will get me in trouble. Searched plenty of chests as well and so far nothing. 1 notch apple is all I need. But I wouldn't mind getting more than that as well. Also, shrieker number 3 has been set off, so yeah. 1 more shrieker and it's warden time. So since I am now spawning wardens, I'm just not caring anymore. That's the way to do it. Like, yeah, the darkness effect is a little annoying. It's not like the warden's a threat. You never end up going anywhere near him. Look at this, an amethyst geode is connected to it. That's pretty cool. All the darkness effect achieves is it's just basically fear of the unknown. Like, you can't see, so you're scared. That's all it is. But I'm not scared because I don't need to see. I need notch apples. And I found one. Okay, perfect. Finally, we got one. I mean, I'm going to search the rest of this place to get another one, of course. But I've got to be careful because there's going to be about 60 million wardens down here by the time I'm finished. Try to work out if this is 1 big ancient city or 2 ancient cities together. Either could be possible. If it's 2 together, though, it'd be amazing. Well, I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, I've done an entire circuit of it now and I got most chests, but yeah, there's ones here that I've just completely missed like an idiot. With a notch apple. Glad I didn't go home without that one. That would have been very bad. I do want to mine up those so I don't get them twice, if you know what I mean. But there's the center piece of it. If there's another one of them, then it's 2 ancient cities. And I'm starting to see chests all over the place that I've missed. Like, there's one there. There's another one. I think down here it's about to go dark, so I'm not going to see it. Yeah, it's just through here, isn't it? There we go. Oh my goodness, there's a double notch apple one as well. I got 4 notch apples. Seriously, every single update Minecraft makes, they make something easier. Now notch apples are just ridiculously easy to get loads of. I've not even seen a warden yet because I just fly away. Oh, there we go. There's the first one. How you doing, buddy? Oh, wait, you're miles away, so you're no threat. And there's still more chests knocking about that I haven't seen, as you can see. We'll keep trying to track it. Oh, look at that. 5. Man, that's the record for me so far. 5 in 1 ancient city. And there's still chests I haven't searched. Many of the ones in towers that are more central that I need to look in. And I reckon that is mission accomplished. Don't think I've missed a single chest, and statistically, if I have missed one, it's unlikely there'd be a notch apple in it. That would be, yeah, statistically very unlikely. Of course, that doesn't mean that it couldn't happen, but I'm happy with what I've got. I'm going to grab some obsidian. Let's get out of it. It's been a very, very successful journey. On my way back, I've stumbled across a little bastion. I think we just nip into here and see what we can get. Sometimes there's notch apples down here. Why is there so many big magma cubes? I never like to see that. Let's get rid of the brutes first and get rid of you guys. See, they're dangerous to those guys. They'll knock you in lava. That hurts. Let's quickly break the spawner before any more of the big ones can spawn. I don't see any brutes around. Now, is there even a... Oh, there's the chest. What's it got? Not even worth my time. Not even worth coming for. So with that, I will dig my way out and carry on going home. Which is going to be quite the journey. It's about 5,000 blocks away. Home sweet home. I chuck these away, but an efficiency 5 book. Now that could be useful. Because you know at some point my pickaxe is going to break again. I always let my pickaxe break. But this wall of notch apples is complete. This wall was already complete. And we can have 2 on that one. And 2 on that one. Gonna be running out of notchable space again soon. I really do have a ridiculous amount of deep slate diamond ore, don't I? They're just not hard to find at all. I'll just put this down here for now. Probably the best place for it to go. Okay, they're all infinity. And I need to start finding homes for all of you guys living here. So, Leo, we're going to be moving you upstairs. How I actually get you upstairs is going to have to be with extreme care, since you'll be sharing your room with a creeper and an enderman. I'm pretty sure ocelots can't take fall damage, so I shouldn't have to worry about that happening. No, you're all right. Okay. Now, we just break you in. All right. Oh, this is what's under here. I didn't even know. Alrighty, you are just going to stand on that block. Then we break that. There we go. You're in. Okay, now, to get you off the lead, I'm just going to kind of... Oh, that needs to be a stairs. And then... Oh, okay. And the stairs is there, actually. I'll get another stairs. That's not a problem. Let's just go and get this lead so it's broken. There we go. I don't know I'm evil for doing this, but now the creeper is going to be tormented by the ocelot at all times. If the ocelot decides to run in any direction, the creeper will run away from it. Yeah, I'm sorry, creeper, but... I just feel like being evil. It commandeered that bedroom, gets to live there for free. Well, this is one of the payments you have to make. The payment of living with a cat that you're terrified of. And in my opinion, I reckon I'm doing the creeper a favour, because it's now having to learn to face its fears. You know, it can't be scared of creepers forever. So really, it should be I've got to be careful about this. As I said, really, it should be thanking me. I just want to jump into that gap there, which I think is very doable, isn't it? If I just, there we go. Then we can put the staircase upside down like so. Fix the roof, break this tower of wool, and look at the happy new roommates enjoying their life together. Now, I want the climate of that planet up there to kind of resemble Earth. So some parts are going to be frozen, some parts are going to be desert, you know, all that kind of thing. Some parts will just be normal greenery. But to do that, I'm going to need ice. And as you can see, I've got a lot of ice. But if I put in a lot of work to finish this farm, I could have a lot more. The general shape of it's done. There's just signs to be added. There needs to be a little bit of redstone. So I'm going to get busy cracking on with that. And that means placing down glass and water underneath it that now won't freeze because it's covered up. Then even more glass placing with water that creates the infinite water sources that will eventually all turn to ice. And that is the last of the pistons all hooked up. This final one will actually hook up to 2 pistons because... if I can find the pressure plates. Basically, once I go here, I don't need to go around again, so I just literally will go all the way back to the start along there. I feel like it's literally taken me nearly 2,000 days to do this farm, but it is finally about to be finished. And that is now every single piece of glass placed down. My entranceway can be here, otherwise there would be no way in and out. And so one of the final things for me to do is add the last bits of water, and that means everything is now connected back up to the beginning. I'm going to quickly nip back to the storage system, and interestingly, the actual reason for that is so that I can build a storage system. Yeah, I'm going to build a storage... I went to the storage system to get the materials to build a storage system. Not exactly that profound, but I thought it was cool anyway. And of course, me being me, I was a little bit too hasty in thinking the project was complete, because I actually still need to add ice under a bunch of these gaps. Otherwise, as you can see, you just float along and stop. But when there's ice there, you float along, but then you go into the next one. And there we have it. It is now officially fully finished. So I just should tidy up all these items and move the shulker boxes. I'll distribute everything throughout the storage system. It can be done pretty easily just by putting the shulker box on here. Is this... it's an empty shulker box? Well, this one isn't an empty one. Let's see what's in there. I think all of that is safe to go through, isn't it, other than the pressure plates. Even more bricks in that one. That one's just planks, but I'm going to put a few other items in as well that can go through. And glass can come out of the shulker box and go directly into the chest. And whilst all of that's been sorted, I'd also like to send all of this glass through the system into the storage room, because it doesn't need to all be in there. I could manually move it, but I ain't got time for that. And to correctly test the ice farm and see how much durability it uses every time I go around it, I need a fully repaired pickaxe, and one of the ways to get XP is just by trading, so I thought, why not get redstone and also get a repaired pickaxe. And now you mentioned it, all my other tools repaired as well. And now I can actually turn this redstone into blocks, and it'll be sorted into a chest in the sorting system because I added one earlier. And with this max durability pickaxe, I'm going to take off my boots because they will affect me. And we're just going to test this all out, okay? I'm just going to hold left click, mine away at the ice, see how long it takes, see how much ice we get, and see how much durability we lose. So it's taken just over 17 minutes. I successfully got all the way around, no problem. I'm not going to keep going around. My inventory is full of ice. Well, this isn't full of ice. That is pretty full of ice, though. I wonder if there's quite a bit in these hoppers at all. What do we reckon? Okay, that hopper's pretty full. So yeah, a couple of full hoppers in there. All in all though, the machine works very, very well. I have got to be careful that I don't go around more than once really, because I use half my pickaxe's durability. So unless I have a pickaxe repair system or a pickaxe dispenser and use diamond pickaxes or something. Yeah, unless I have one of them, do not go AFK for longer than 20 minutes on that farm. And I now might as well buy a bit more redstone to repair my pickaxe again. Nice little haul there, quite a lot of it indeed. Also thought that these were all the emeralds that I had in this area. Just realised if I go in this chest, got literally shulker boxes worth. I'm crazy, I didn't know I had all that. Okay, they've run out of trades for now. I'm so P that even I can't keep track of it all. But that's gonna all go into storage. And I've completely run out of the fire rockets as well, so I'm going to grab a load of them. I think if I just get that many should be enough. I'll turn it to paper, grab as much gunpowder as I can, and it's a shame that they don't give you the option to craft all 3 different types there. It really saved me some time. Instead, I've got to go for something like this, which isn't a major problem, but you know me, I hate putting in effort in life. Says the guy that literally spends 30 to 40 hours a week playing Minecraft just to make weekly 100 days videos. And that is Operation Fill a Shulker Box complete. And now I'm thinking something I really need to sort out is no, not finish the planet, but yes, it's on my list of things to do this episode. But more importantly, I need to make progress on this beacon. I'm 66 blocks short. My goal, and this is going to happen no matter what, is to finish the beacon by 4,500 days. That's I'm 100%, no matter what. Even if I have to do nothing but mine netherite for 300 days, we're finishing that beacon. We're going to be one of the few people that have managed to get a full netherite beacon. So I'm going to grab TNT, plus loads and loads of gunpowder, and then go searching for a desert. I've already done that quite a few times this episode, but this time it'll be to get a ridiculous amount of sand. I still can't make portals very well. And also TNT. Looks like Operation Find a Desert is successful. How cool does that look? It's like a floating sand thing. Yeah, if you ask me, that's an extremely accurate description. Let's set up camp right here where we can put all that gunpowder away, grab some TNT, and start destroying this desert. And that is more than enough TNT. Now to dig a massive tunnel in the nether and lace it with stacks and stacks of TNT. That is mission accomplished. Now to light it up and get busy mining the ancient debris. I've already got 1 stack of it just from mining the tunnels, and hopefully there's way more to be found. And with these pieces here, I'm up to 2 stacks. And that makes it 3, 5, and I've still got thousands of blocks of tunnels left to explore. And this brings me to 6 stacks, which seems like loads and loads of ancient debris. But all it is the equivalent of 10 netherite blocks, which all of a sudden doesn't seem that much. It's all progress in the right direction though, so I'm just going to keep going. I've managed to get 7 of these, and now 8. Although I think I'm pretty close to the end of this tunnel now, so I don't think I'll get to 9 stacks. And regardless of whether I do manage 9 or not, I am very, very pleased with the amount of ancient debris I've got. I haven't exactly done the maths on how many of the blocks of the beacon it's actually going to add up to, but I'm estimating at least 13 to 14 blocks. All of a sudden it doesn't sound like so many when I say it like that. And I think that is the end of the tunnel. 8 stacks and 21 blocks of ancient debris. That is very, very nice indeed. And I actually finished the tunnel right near the nether perimeter, which means I can use this brand new tunnel that I've created to get back home. Now before I set this other one smelting, I'm just checking to make sure there isn't any lingering ancient debris in this room, because just as I suspected, yeah, there's 2 netherite scraps sat in there. There always is. I'll take that with me. Offload the empty shulker boxes, and I can see what netherite I've got in here. So I've got 4 pieces there as well, 4 ingots. That makes me very confident that this is going to give me loads. So I'll shove all of that in there. Every single furnace sets off at the same time, which really is very, very cool. And whilst I wait for that, I actually need to head back towards my gold farm, because to go with all of that ancient debris, I'm going to need quite a few stacks of gold. Thankfully, there's absolutely loads at this place, so I shall make as many ingots as I can. Now I can fly all the way back, grab my netherite scrap, which has finished already, and craft 60 million ingots. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, over 2 stacks of netherite ingots. How many blocks does it make? 15! You know what? That is pretty good. That is very, very good progress indeed. And I bet when placed, it really fills the area up. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I think next episode... Can we get there in the next episode? It would require 17 blocks in the next episode. If I could finish a layer number 2, then all of a sudden I will be in very, very good territory. And I spent enough time on these side quests. Now, I think it's finally time I cracked on with the planet. Because at the moment, it's just basically a water planet, which, you know, isn't a major problem, but, you know, it could look a lot better. So I'll go and gather up a bunch of resources to improve the aesthetics. One item I will need a lot of is packed ice, because the top and bottom of this planet are going to be covered in ice. Now, this farm did get me quite a lot, so let's craft it and see how many stacks we get. And the answer is a decent amount, but I need quite a bit more. So we're going to get mining along here and see how much I get. Well, guys, I've just come back and it would seem that I went AFK a little bit too soon because my pickaxe has unfortunately broken. And I've also noticed that this particular area right here has no water in it. So I reckon the easiest thing I can do is use ice to place down water. It's a little bit slower than using a bucket, but it still gets the job done. And it looks like I got quite a bit more ice from that, so let's turn it into packed ice. And I am still a little bit short because I need 23 stacks. And I also need a new pickaxe. Although the new pickaxe part won't be a problem, because remember that book that I found, that Efficiency 5 book? Well, I now can use it. Plus I'll buy a few extra ones and get yet another brand new netherite pickaxe. And I'll go and grab a little bit more ice, although this time, to make sure I don't stay AFK too long and accidentally go back round or anything stupid like that, I'll put an ice block right there so that it will block me. And I've realised another problem with this, okay? I need to be right tight up to this for me to reach the back blocks, but I guess when I have come all the way around here, it pushes you to the back. So then I'm not reaching the back ones. I need to fix that as well. I'm now starting to learn the mechanics of this thing, which means I can iron out the problems. To fix it, I'm going to try a few different items, such as a trapdoor, a sea pickle, we'll take a few, and an iron bar. If none of these solve the problem, I do have another idea. I can't place anything there because it will then block the water, but if I place it up here, what happens? Do I get stuck? Okay, I do. If I go like that, still get stuck. Not sure if I can even place a sea pickle. No, because that's going to block it. And it wouldn't let me through anyway. The trapdoor will let me pass through, but can I reach the blocks? What's on earth going there? Yeah, can I reach the blocks at the back? I've got my boots on, so it didn't really work there. And the answer is nope. So before I completely rebuild this tunnel, I've had one final idea. I've also got to stop messing about these side quests because I've got quite a lot of work to do on that planet. I'm thinking grab some emeralds, speak to this farmer and buy a cake. Then I can place the cake on top of... Can you place a cake on ice? You can. Okay. Now then, you'll see this... Never mind that the cake breaks. After a bit of serious brain work, I have worked it out. I think I'm just going to go something like that to make everything look nicer. But as you can see, we've got water flowing in there like that. So now if I come across, watch how I get pushed there. And then it will just carry on bringing me all the way around. Beautiful, okay? And I'm just going to get mining because I need a little bit more ice. Actually took me all night to work that one out. And I've now got plenty of packed ice, which means I've got enough of that to work on the planet. I'll also need green concrete, snow, netherrack, skulk, amethysts, which I'm a little short on, but I've got loads down here, as you can see. And with an extra stack of blocks, I've got more than enough. Look at this. It's a fantastic farm. Is this just always working? Must be kind of due to activate soon. I suppose when the timer's ready, the timer will do it. Another item I'm going to need quite a lot of is skulk veins. And my skulk farm did get me quite a lot of them, so that's where I'm going to be headed. If I can get about 4 stacks, that'll be perfect. It looks like there is quite a few. Hopefully there will be enough. Yeah, with all the chests combined, I'm fairly confident I'm going to have 3 to spare. That's perfect. Spruce leaves are another one I can easily get lots of, as is slime, red concrete, lime concrete, spruce logs, skulk sensors, and emerald blocks. Another item I do need is smooth red sandstone, and that's one that I'm worried about that I haven't got any of at all. Yeah, not a single piece of red sandstone anywhere. So I'm going to forget about that and go with plan B, which is to use orange terracotta. I also need a bunch of amethyst clusters. And I know I said I hope it's soon that this farm harvests itself. But hopefully it's not too soon because, yeah. Whoa. Oh no. I broke that. You can't place those back either. Once they're broken, they're gone for life. I need to just be a little bit more careful here. But yeah, I want like 20 odd of these. It looks as though the budding amethyst I accidentally broke isn't going to affect anything. Oh my goodness, now I've flipping broke the piece. Where did that go? I have no clue. But not into mine. Oh, it's there. Quick, get it. Can't remember where it went. I'm guessing there would work. I'll just get back to carefully breaking these. Managed to get 31, which will be more than enough. There was some smooth sandstone that I had smelting here. So, yeah, that is ready to now be taken. Because I am an idiot, I'm going to need so much scaffolding. As placing blocks underneath that sphere is going to be very, very tricky. Hopefully not impossible, though. So this is where I want the platform to be. I'm just going to make a big one. In making this platform, I managed to use up all of my scaffolding already. And it looks tiny compared to the planet. But don't worry, because earlier, as you remember, I did get loads and loads and loads of bamboo, which can be combined with string to make the scaffolding. That's another shulker box worth ready to go. So I shall get back to work. Hopefully this is big enough for now. And now I can begin placing down the packed ice. I decided to make life easier. I made the platform a little bit bigger. Now I can get even more ice placed down. And that is all of the ice down. Absolute nightmare. As you can see, I've just gone crazy with the scaffolding. We can see, yeah, the ice just kind of goes around the bottom like that. It'll be much easier when it comes to adding the blocks on the top. There's still quite a bit to do before I'm ready for that. So instead I grab the green concrete and work on adding a landmass that's going to be coming out of this ice, and it's going to go right up the side. Yeah, it's going to be a big country here. It really looks like a bit of a crazy thing having the scaffolding. You can see I've used snow blocks to keep it going up. But now that I'm this high, I'm kind of able to stand on the blocks, which makes life a lot easier. So I can kind of do this and then be inside it, place blocks, which means I don't have to worry about the scaffolding as much. Things are really starting to speed up now, and I want to have a bit of a beach coming up and around, like, you know, as part of this terrain, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to have a bit of smooth sandstone just on the edge above this block, and then it'll kind of come up like this and up and round as I bring this terrain higher and higher. And that is the top of the country done. And there you have it. Okay, apparently for some reason I missed a block there. I filled the hole with a bit of lime green concrete. Yeah, you can see what I'm going for there. Okay, it looks a little off because of the scaffolding and we're missing other countries. And now I think I'd like to focus on one of the countries or continents or whatever you want to call them that doesn't require me to place a bunch of scaffolding. Instead, I can just kind of stand on the blocks and place them as I go. And it has to be said, when I don't have to use scaffolding, that was so fast. And look at that, got all of that placed down. The amethyst country is complete, or continent, I can call it either. And now for one that's going to initially be a little bit tricky and require some scaffolding, and that is the continent of Skulk. And now I've built this up high enough so that I can just place Skulk on top of other Skulks. Don't need the scaffold anymore, which is very nice indeed. I don't really know how, but I seem to have run out of the Skulk veins. I mean, I've nearly finished this this continent. As you can see, it's looking pretty big, but yeah, I need more Skulk veins. I don't know where they could be. Very strange indeed, but I think that means that my best option is to head to the end and use this farm and primarily focus on getting veins. Which actually, this place is great for that. If I mine that before they go through. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. This is literally a Skulk vein generator. And I'm fairly confident that I should have now got enough. Yeah, stack 21. Probably going to be more in these chests. There's a few in all of these. Nothing crazy, but better than nothing. And now to get back to building the country of Skulk. And that is mission accomplished. Definitely looks like a pretty cool part of the planet. Pretty cool part of the planet that needs the scaffolding removing. And now to do the one of slime, which should be a pretty easy one to do. Well, in theory, if I don't get my head stuck. This will be an amazing move if it works. Head hitter into place in the block. Beautiful. Then that goes there and we can continue. All of the slime is successfully down. So that is what that one looks like a bit of an egg, isn't it? And that is a giant netherrack country created. Starting to look like a planet, isn't it? You know, ice below, countries on, you know, all that snow will need to go because it's just a stupid thing that shouldn't be there. I'm nearly out of time though. However, we've still got enough time to hopefully do the top. There is meant to be like a desert country. I don't know if I'll have time for that. I might just go over time, see how I'm feeling. I also want to get rid of all this snow because it's just going to get in the way. And now I need to swoop down to the bottom to grab the last bits of my ice. Hopefully I've got enough. I should have enough. This top bit isn't going to have as much ice as the bottom bit did because there's going to be snow up here as well. The sun is setting, but that won't stop me because I'm going to finish this no matter what. And I am sick of you guys spawning. Even the annoying phantoms will not stop me from getting this finished, okay? I will stay up all night if I have to. Although I seem to have run out of packed ice, unfortunately. Could have sworn I'd brought enough, but evidently not. Thankfully, I can get more pretty quickly. Not from in here, although I think if I mine... Oh, well, that was a black spike, but I think if I mine loads up, I should get a full inventory's worth pretty quick, which will be enough. But when I've only got tonight to finish the planet, and then time is ticking, I ain't got time for mining ice. Operation Get a Full Inventory of Ice was successful. There's some glass there. There should be some ice coming round eventually. Why would I walk there? It's a lag spike. Really weird. Anyway, I get plenty of packed ice from that. I think, yeah, more is sailing around. Snow? No, don't snow. Oh, that's going to be so annoying to build on top with. Screw it. I'm going to sleep. Yes, I know I'm doing the forbidden thing of going overtime, but it won't take me long to finish the top of this. Well, it won't take me long as I don't run out of ice again. There we go. The top is done, all frozen up, as you can see. Looking pretty good, I'd say. It's the snow kind of ruins the look of it. It just doesn't quite seem right, does it? One thing I would like to get added to the top is some trees. And that is 2 trees added, you know, just adds a bit of life to the top of the planet. And I know that I am way over on time, but I really just want to finish this planet. I just need to do a sandstone one, which won't take me too long. And you know what? We've gone over time, so we might as well go more over time. Probably the worst mindset I could have, but you know what? I don't care. It's an easy one where I'm just placing sandstone on top of stuff. I'm not having to use scaffolding, so that's why I feel like I can do it in time. There we go. As I said, it was pretty quick indeed. Looking good. That is the desert one. I'm not really sure what the orange terracotta is. It's just a bit of decoration. It looks more like an inverted cookie or something, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, as much as I like what I've created, I think it's very, very cool. All those snow layers are driving me crazy. They just look so annoying. So I say first things first, to get rid of all this scaffolding. Get rid of most of it. This bit's going to be a little bit crazy for scaffolding falling to the ground. But it's also very, very satisfying to watch it all disappear like that. I gather up some of it. I don't think I can be bothered or have time to go around and get every single piece that's dropped. And now I'm going to do something about that snow up there. It's really annoying me. So I'll grab loads and loads of string and cover this planet. There we go. All string has been placed down. Now to give you a bit of a view of what the planet looks like at night time, it does kind of look like it's in space. I think there are certain angles look better than other angles. All in all, I think it's a cool planet, you know, different countries, different styles. You know, I didn't want to just make them all green or something like planet Earth. I wanted to mix it up a bit. Look, I think the Skulk area looks pretty cool. I think from the top, if you look at that, you see the frozen thing on top with the trees. I like the way that looks. Maybe that's a little uniform as the ice, and the ice could be a little random like it is at the bottom. But yeah, I now have an entire planet above my world. And if I go to my house, it can be seen from a distance. It's an interesting looking thing. I quite like it. Let's have a look at it in day. Also very cool. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I built a planet in hardcore Minecraft. And that was also 3,000, not 3,000, 4,000. I've lost count. Said that many times that I keep forgetting now. But it's 4,204 days in hardcore Minecraft. Also subscribe if you got this far, because you probably like my other videos.